Hey, Greg. Thanks for doing this. Pardon, a couple of these questions might be union related because you're the rep, so I hope you can appreciate that.
Got it.
Just on, there was all that talk a month and a half ago about how the guys were not going to come out. They were going to stay away for various reasons, and yet you guys got really good attendance here. From all indications, it was like 80 guys a day or something like that. Maybe if you can just talk about that, what the response from the union and also the response from the team under those circumstances.
Yeah, I think the union's position was pretty clear. They were encouraging guys, to exercise their right to a voluntary offseason per the CBA. And, personally, I appreciated that position, but I just didn't believe for me and for a lot of the guys on the team that it was in our best interest to not participate in an offseason program, given how our season went last year, how young and new we are again this year with 13 free agent signings. I think we have 24 rookies, and then there's about 20 plus guys that are first and second year players who've had no offseason program ever, and then the rest of the guys are 4 or 5 year plus veterans. Couple that with new coaching staff, new system, just didn't make sense from my point of view to not get this exposure to the new staff, the new system, and get these reps as a team, and then to get to know your teammates. Like I said, we have so many new guys, and we saw what happened last year with no offseason and a truncated training camp. And, I just didn't think that that was a good recipe for the New York Jets to follow. I understand the union's position and how maybe long-term it'd be good to kind of change the program a little bit, just for switch things around from an injury prevention standpoint. We're the only sport with an off season. No one else really does that. They kind of just go, their training camp right into the regular season. So, like I said, I understood it. I just didn't believe that that was what was in the Jets' best interest going into 2021.
Did you get any backlash from the union?
No, the union's for us, right? So, they had their position, and I was pretty transparent with them on how I felt, and, they're supportive of the guys. So ultimately, they want guys to make teams and make a lot of money and play for a long time. So I think for a lot of guys on our team to do that, we needed to be here.
Greg, what's the transition been like going from Adam Gase's blocking scheme to the wide zone run scheme that Mike LaFleur and this offense is going to be running?
Yeah, it's been different, and I think different can be good sometimes. And I think that we have the offensive line personnel to be very successful in a wide zone scheme, especially the way that Coach LaFleur has installed things, and Coach John Benton teaches the techniques. It's very clear as to what's expected and where you have to be. And it's a little bit different than, wide zone schemes I've been in the past. And that's good. It's an opportunity to learn and practice new things and get better as a player individually. So it's been exciting to be back here with the guys, learning the new stuff, and, coming together as a unit early in the spring.
Greg, what are your early thoughts of Zach Wilson?
I've been impressed. You hear a lot of hype about guys coming out of college and going through the draft process. And then, you get in front of them and you see that they're just normal guys, human beings, whatever. But Zach is definitely somebody who makes throws that, you raise your eyebrows. He seems to have a pretty good command of the offense. And I think that's a credit to his, skill set. And then the coaching staff just kind of making it clear for him, hey, this is the read, this is the call, get through progressions, make a play. So there's no gray area as to what's expected.
Are you converting him into an Islander fan?
I think so. Yeah, I think I'm converting a lot of guys into Islander fans. It's been pretty easy. You go to a game, you have a great time, and they win. So it's been awesome.
Did you arrange that first time?
Yeah, I joke with our PR team here that I'm just using the Jets to get myself tickets to go see my team. But it's an opportunity to bond. It's like we didn't have this opportunity last spring, and it definitely hurt us as a team throughout the season. So You get spend time obviously with your position group a lot, but maybe not with guys in other position groups or across the ball. So this has been just, a no-brainer as far as, hey, let's get together on a weekend, go see a game, and just kind of, blow off some steam together and get to know each other on a more personal level, not around football.
Dan Feeney seems to be having a good time at the games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm giving him a hard time because he was a Blackhawks fan, and all of a sudden he's, coming in, and the Islanders nation has embraced him. I'm not jealous or bitter, but I'm just saying I grew up an Islanders fan.
He's going to be a cult hero soon if he keeps.
He's got a T-shirt already.
Beers,
Yeah.
Hey, Greg, just one more union-related question. How do you guys handling the whole COVID thing, and just in terms of getting vaccination? Has the team reached the level that the league is looking for right now?
I honestly, I'm not sure, like, even what the protocols for the vaccination levels are at this point. I know it's very fluid. I know at one point there was that 85% number. I don't even know if that's been agreed upon. I do know that the team has made vaccinations available to guys that want it, and that's pretty much been it. So it's definitely a lot different than last year. If you're vaccinated, you don't have to, test every day. You don't have to wear a mask in the facility. So it's been different, and I think it's been better. It feels a lot more normal.
Have you sensed any reluctance among teammates to get vaccinated?
Yeah, I think guys in general just they don't like to be told what to do, and people want to do their research and see, like, what's the long-term effects, and it's like it was rushed, and the FDA emergency status. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and a lot of guys just want to play football and not be bothered with it, which I understand and appreciate. I don't know if people are reluctant. I just think it's something like a lot of guys don't get the flu shot. So, they feel like, why do I have to get this or whatever? And it's just, it's a personal choice for a lot of people. And I don't even know where we stand as a team, honestly, as far as the thresholds are concerned.
Hey, Greg, it's Kim Jones from NFL Network. Getting playmakers and protection, especially for a young quarterback, is obviously paramount. When it comes to protection, do you feel like you guys are in a position to maybe protect Zach and as a group, maybe a little closer perhaps than last year's? Closer might not be the right word. That's the word I use, but it may not be the right word.
Yeah, I just think we'll be better as an offensive line this year, not just because of the scheme, but just because of the continuity of playing together again. So, like I said, last year, there's a lot of obstacles as far as no offseason program, no preseason games, shortened preseason. And then all of a sudden, week one, you're playing a game, and it's the first time you've taken a live snap with the guy on your right and left. So now you have that whole season under your belt. You're starting an OTA process now that we're finishing up. We're going to have a normal training camp, 3 preseason games. So you're going to have a lot of live reps with guys, and that's going to make a world of difference. And, how the guy to your right and left plays now because you played with him for a long time. So it's going to make a difference. And then the scheme itself is going to lend itself to being more friendly for quarterbacks. We're not asking, Zach to take 7-step drops and go through this ridiculous, progression. It's going to be like, hey, you're a young guy. This is the NFL. It's a lot faster. They're going to keep things, simple for him. And then as he grows, the offense will progress. And that's just kind of how this thing goes.
I think as a lineman, you like the idea of no 7-step drops.
Yeah, I mean, we should just run the ball. Yeah, that's what I believe. That's the easiest way to protect, is have a good running game. So, but yeah, I mean, there's be situations where you have to 7-step drop, and that's when you kind of earn your money as an offensive lineman.
And just one more, if I may, the rookie Elijah Vera Tucker. I don't know how much you followed the draft, but Joe Douglas said he was literally on the Jets' top 10 group. I mean, they thought very highly of him, and a few other teams at least did as well. Do you have an initial impression after this spring about the rookie?
Yeah, I've been impressed. He's big, he's strong, he's smart, he's incredibly athletic, and you get why the Jets wanted him, and you understand why they traded up to get him. And he's a kid that you look at and you go, this guy could play for a long time, and it's just going to be one of those things. It's like, it's on him personally to learn, to grow, and to get better every day. And he has the raw materials and the potential to. So I'm excited to, try and teach him what I know. And I know a lot of guys in the room are happy that he's with us.
Greg, if I may, I'm sorry, I said one more. If you don't mind one more, I'd love it, and I'll shut up then. It strikes me listening to Zoom calls, both from the Jets and a couple of the other teams I cover the most. It almost feels like guys, first of all, they're smiling more, and like a weight's been lifted. I mean, does all of this feel new, considering it was taken away a year ago, and now you're back doing what I have to believe most of you love doing?
Yeah, last year was tough, mentally, just because it was so stressful for a lot of guys. Let's talk about the Jets specifically. Just we had a lot of new players. There was so much uncertainty. It felt like every day this thing was going to get shut down. So that's not a fun way to, come to work every day. So you're trying to do your job, and then you couple that with losing a lot, and people losing their jobs, and there's so much turnover. And we had, like I said, a lot of new guys, a lot of new faces this year. So you hire Saleh, and just feel like that weight is lifted and hope has come back into your building. And right now everyone's undefeated and everyone has the same shot of making the Super Bowl. So that's all you can ask for, is just a fresh start in this league. And there's no one happier than the Jets to have that opportunity to start page one. All right, let's write this year's chapter now.
Thank you, Greg, very much. I appreciate you.